Back at it again with another video. It's gonna be filled with negativity. This video, just to let you guys know. Talk about Patrick Mahomes, not Bears related content. I am a Bears fan, just to let you know, and I'm not jealous that we didn't get Patrick Mahomes. I'll tell you why. Now it's been 3 years since the draft. I don't look back. I mean, I do look back to it because people that was drafted, it was Mitch Trubisky, Patrick Mahomes, then Deshaun Watson. Now, everybody thought that Deshaun Watson would be the best pick out of the draft. Not everybody, but most of the fans did because of what he did in Clemson. So they didn't expect Mitch Trubisky or Patrick Mahomes to do nothing. And then when Patrick Mahomes came out in the second season and put up the monstrous touchdown number, I think it was like 50 touchdowns. I forgot. But he broke records, and everybody's like, wow, we didn't expect this kid to do nothing. I thought Deshaun Watson was a clear favorite. So the bar is already set low. The bar is set low for Mitch Trubisky and Patrick Mahomes. But with that being said, I don't understand this hype around Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he's good. He's good. I give him that. He's good. But he isn't the GOAT. He hasn't came in the league and done things that we haven't seen before. Because we've seen them before. We just don't pay attention to them. A guy I want to point out, I'm a Bears fan, so, I see good quarterbacks all the time. Not my team, though, Matthew Stafford being one and Aaron Rodgers. I always thought Aaron Rodgers was better than Tom Brady, even though Tom Brady has 6 rings. But I want to say that's another system, but they perfected the system. Then you got Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is a very underrated quarterback. Often compare, I joke around and say that Mitch is a mobile Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is a gunslinger, and he throws at arm angles that Patrick Mahomes has been known to create, right? Even though Matthew Stafford been in the league longer. But Matthew Stafford throws at awkward arm angles, and he's a gunslinger. Now, my thing about Mahomes is, what has he done that's special? Okay. So, after the first season, I think it was halfway through the next season, his third season, he came out and said that he's finally learning how to read defenses, or he think he knows how to read defenses now. I forgot what the exact quote was, and everybody had their panties in a bunch, and he was shocked. He was like, "Wow, he just learned how to do defense, learn how to read defenses. So all that stuff you did in the past, you know how to read defenses." That to me was a clear sign that he was overrated. Calling him GOAT, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But people only look at one side of the story. It's good to look at look at a glass as half full, but you want to also be able to look at it as half empty as well. So, wow, okay, he did all that stuff without knowing how to completely read defenses. And when he finally learned how to read defenses, everybody said, "Oh, wow, well, he's going to be so much better." Now, my only thing about it is, why don't you look back and say, well, then we overrated him. If he didn't know how to read defenses, how could he be the best? Okay, well, he's young, he's growing. I get that. Now, what I want to say. I want to say. Lost my train. You know when you got a thought and you just trying to, get it out. Basically, I want to say that shows how much of a system he's in. That he didn't have to know how to read defenses to be able to put up numbers like that. He know how to. He Andy Reid made the offense quarterback friendly. Now, I want to say if you put Deshaun Watson in that offense, he don't do the same thing Mahomes do, but he does what he needs to do, and he looks like a better quarterback than he is in Texas. And the reason why Deshaun Watson, the real reason why he's losing games, in my opinion, is because he don't know how to get the ball out. He gets the ball. He makes spectacular plays, like when he got kicked in the face, but he could have got the ball out earlier. I get that he made the scramble to still get the ball out and get the touchdown, but it's ways to do that. Like, let's take Tom Brady, for example. I believe it was the Falcons game, the Super Bowl, and they were killing him in the rush. He came out at halftime, he got the ball out quick. And I remember this game vividly because I had money on the Falcons. And they came back. Tom Brady getting the ball out, not even letting them get to him. And that's what a good quarterback does. A good quarterback knows the weaknesses of his team, and he's able to hide them ever so slightly with the things he do. He makes his team looks better. That's why quarterbacks make their team look better. If a receiver is bad running a certain type of route, he'll either get the receiver to work on it, but in the game, they wouldn't call plays that call for that receiver to run that route. But if you're a receiver, you should know every route in the route tree. I'm not gonna get on that, but he knows the weaknesses and the strengths of his team. I feel like with Mahomes, he has a good team. So he knows Tyreek Hill is a fast runner. He knows Travis Kelce is a safety net, and he catches anything that he puts towards him. Travis Kelce is a dog, but he's 31. He's closing into the retirement age. He's 31. Jimmy Graham's about like 34. So I give him probably 4 more years, and that's not without injury, because injury is gonna happen. But yeah, and I think we'll see a slight downtick with Mahomes, maybe a Russell Wilson type of trajectory, but not really Russell Wilson. I feel like, okay, another thing. People say that no matter what team Mahomes went to, he would have did the same thing. And I highly disagree with that, because you got guys like Sam Darnold. You got guys like Daniel Jones. Not to say they're in the same boat as Mahomes, but they don't look nearly as good as they would if they was on that Chiefs team, that quarterback-friendly team. Carson Wentz probably looks so much better on that team, being coached by Andy Reid. There's so many quarterbacks I can pull from their current situation and put them on a team, and I bet you they look 10 times better than they are. Maybe even Josh Allen. That's probably a stretch, but you get what I'm saying. They'll look better than what they are right now at the moment. Even Jameis Winston probably. It's all about the situation these quarterbacks are being put to. You can't just judge them based off of their performance, because Not every team gonna have a Travis Kelce. Not every team gonna have a Deshaun Hopkins. Not every team gonna have a Allen Robinson. You know what I mean? Like, not every team is gonna have these marquee players for their receiver. I mean, for their quarterbacks to go through, and it's gonna take a quarterback to know his team. That's the true value of a quarterback. A quarterback knows the weaknesses and the strengths of a team. It's not just, oh, this quarterback threw 50 touchdowns and this quarterback threw 20 touchdowns. I mean, the 50 touchdowns is good, but you can't expect a quarterback without a good team to be able to put the same numbers up as these quarterbacks with good teams. Like Matthew Stafford, I think Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback. But does he put up numbers like Patrick Mahomes? No. Does he have receivers like Patrick Mahomes? Maybe slightly Kenny Galladay, but he doesn't have a safety net. He doesn't have a Hall of Fame type tight end. I think Travis Kelce is a Hall of Fame type tight end. Now, it's all about it's more than just stats. It's all about the situation. It's all about leadership. Like Drew Brees is a good leader. Aaron Rodgers is a good leader. Guys like that. Now, that being said, I still stay true to what I said earlier this season. That I believe that when it's all said and done, Mitch Trubisky will have a better career overall than Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a beast. I never said he wasn't a beast. He's just overrated. You guys take everything he does and ooh and ah, like, wow, like, calm down, get your panties right, get your panties out of bunch, and understand that he ain't the only quarterback doing it. He's just the only quarterback on the good team that's doing it.